Welcome to another episode of Based, where we interview the different pillars of our startup ecosystem here in Puerto Rico. Oh, wait, that's a different show. If you want to continue listening to it, go to joinbase.com. Today, we're going to talk about who we are. My name is Gustavo Diaz-Koff, and I am the founder of Based. We are a publishing company that builds tools for digital nomads and business travelers. There's right now not a lot of tools that allow these individuals to relocate seamlessly, explore the world creatively, and be able to engage in an informed manner. As a digital nomad myself, I've traveled to my fair share of countries and lived in a couple dozen cities. And let me be honest, it gets very expensive, time intensive, and lonely. Because if you don't have someone there to receive you, you're going to get lost. If you don't know how to move away through the subway trains, you're going to be spending money on Ubers. And if you don't do your due diligence and research on where you're getting yourself into, let's just say that leads to some very fascinating stories for our grandchildren. Nevertheless, this pain is not alone. It's just beginning. By the year 2035, there's expected to be 1 billion digital nomads roaming the earth. At the same time, more than 50% of the US workforce will be working remotely, and 35% of them would be location agnostic. Now, when we talk about a workforce, we're not only talking about individual freelancers that are earning $40,000, $50,000 a year today, but we're also talking about the high net worth families with a household of above $200,000 looking to relocate to a place that is more friendly on corporate taxes, but also has a quality of life that permits their children to grow and for them to invest in the community. And currently, there's not that many tools that help you move from Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico to different cities across the states. So we've decided to build our first publication, which is a magazine oriented to our 8 pillars. These 8 pillars are founded on Babson Global's entrepreneurial ecosystem study. And we focus on covering the startups, covering the nonprofits, talking about the capital and where to find it, such as angels, VCs, and private equity firms. Also focusing on the education, programming, and human capital in that location, not only Puerto Rico. We also focus on community spaces from co-living to co-working to maker spaces, as well as the city experts, the culture and the arts. And lastly, but not if not by least importance, the tax and law attorneys that can help that relocation be one that is seamless. Currently, our first magazine is scheduled to be released on the first quarter of 2021 and will be sold for $29 a copy. We currently have subscriptions of $9 a month and $200 a year. How we make money currently is by placing advertisements on them, highly targeted advertisements that appeal to the needs of our readers and users. A page goes for $2,000, a spread for $5,000, and a long-term contract varies between $15,000 to $20,000. Some of our competitors like Nomad List, PitchBook, Contexto, Latam List, Startup Guide, and Monocle, they cater to different specifics of the interest of our customer. We leverage media to pick the data that's missing so we can understand the growth of an ecosystem. The companies are looking to raise capital for new residents, as well as the stories and the context behind the place where they're relocating. Right now, we have $4,000 in annual recurring revenue from subscriptions alone. We have more than 50,000 distribution guarantee channel, 50,000 readers guaranteed to be distributed in our first publication. We have one advertorial being placed and 8 ad pilots we're running on our first publication. Our team is composed of an ex-editor for Stanford, ex-journalist for CNN, an award-winning publicist, designers, and all-around incredible team. We're looking forward to not only completing Create 18, but also engaging with some of you listening and watching our presentation.